Hello guys, it is Spooky Noodles. I am here with a book haul. Yep, my auction books just got in. And yeah, thank you Mr. Bacon for doing this for me. Mr. Bacon is a great guy, he runs these auctions and yeah, I don't think there's anything in this mess. So we'll put that over there for now. And let's start off with what we have in this bag, shall we? Oh, yeah, here we go. I finally own a version of the Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. There's also stories from Ramsey Campbell and Lisa Tuttle. So I've read some Lisa Tuttle and I like her work. I haven't read Ramsey Campbell yet, but I'm looking forward to his work, my bad. And then I've read Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's an introduction by George R.R. Martin, then there's a few stories by Ramsey Campbell, 3 stories by Lisa Tuttle, then 1 story, The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. So I'm so happy to own a copy of this. Now I own, The Hellbound Heart, so when I do reviews and talk about one of my favorite novellas, I can raise this book up. Where to put the books I've already shown? Let's put them over here. Alright, next we have... Oh, I'm going to show these at the same time. Scanners and Scanners 2. They're movie novelizations, and I'm very happy to own them. I've watched Scanners, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I haven't seen Scanners 2, but I thought maybe I'd read this short little book and see what it's like. Then next we have The Fury by John Ferris. And I don't know what this is about. It's a really small synopsis here, so as far as the world could see, they had nothing in common until their secret depths of hellish truth about them and their power began to surface. The Fury. So, very short synopsis there. Next is a novelization of one of my favorite movies of all time, Alien. I tried to get Aliens 2, but I didn't want to bid too much on Aliens 2 because I didn't like the movie that much. But Alien, the first one, or I said Aliens 2, I meant just Aliens. This is Alien, and Alien is one of my favorite movies of all time. Next, we got a book by Orson Scott Card called The Abyss. I believe this is a new movie. Yeah, it's a movie novelization. And it has Orson Scott Card, who I have a bunch of science fiction books by. So I'm happy to own that. I've never seen the movie, but by James Cameron, but I'm looking forward to looking and reading this. Looking up the movie, I was trying to say. Alright, first bag down. Next, we have some bigger books. Now these are my hardbacks and my trade back copies. We're going to start with the first thing I pull out, and that is Splatter Punks, edited by Paul M. Salmon. Yep. I don't know what this is, in the rights of... This is first edition, December 1990. I don't know if this is the first edition or not, but I don't know. I don't think so. But you got stories from Joe R. Lansdale. You got stories by Clive Barker, John Skip, Richard Matheson, Mick Garris, Douglas E. Winter, Wayne Allen Sallee, Edward Bryant, George R.R. Martin, Rex Miller, Chas Ballin, Nancy A. Collins, Ray Garton, once again Richard Matheson, Roberta Lanes, Philip Newton, J.S. Russell, and Paul M. Salmon. I think I'm saying his name. It might be something else, but Salmon. That's Splatter Punks. Looking forward to reading that. Next, oh, we got this beauty. Altered States by Patty Chayefsky. Patty Chayefsky. And the back is just the same as the front. This was made into a movie. This one is a book club edition. It starts off with like different places, different times. I don't know what it's about, but I'm looking forward to reading it. I hear it's a lot like David Cronenberg's work, so I'm looking forward to reading that. Wasn't an epic battle for that one. Next we have Catacombs by John Ferris. Not in the best condition, but still in good condition. There's no back to it, so I can't give you a synopsis. And then last in here, I already know what it is, because it's the last one. Dollmaster by Joyce Carol Oates. Now, Joyce Carol Oates, I hear, is a great author. This would be my first work by her that I own. I hear great things about her. This is a collection of stories, it looks like. Dollmaster being the first story, Soldier, Gun, Accident, and Investigation, Equatorial, Big Mama, and Mystery Inc. So, yeah, a little collection of short stories. Looking forward to reading that. Now, we have 2 more bags left. I won a lot of books, like I said. We're gonna start off with the first book I pull, and it's a good one, The Right by Gregory A. Douglas. If you don't know who Gregory A. Douglas is, he wrote The Nest, which is one of the most popular paperbacks from Hell books. This is another book he wrote. I'm excited to own it. Yeah. Synopsis, I'm sorry guys. The sacrifice was Judith Bradford's blonde, beautiful, and as yet untouched. Her desire was to become an actress, her dream to be a star. Who would have believed that her first audition was to be with death, and the leading man, her lover, the devil in disguise? The ritual was a bloody, brutal ceremony, a pure virginal sacrifice, a horrible and defiling death to appease and please the all-powerful Baron of Darkness, Satan. There was no time to choose or for choice of escape. So that's The Right by Gregory A. Douglas. What did I do with the other book I just showed? Or that was the first book I showed. Next we have Creepers by Robert Craig. Pretty cool stuff right there. Let me read the back for you guys. Ben Johnson had been a subway motorman for 30 years, but nothing had prepared him for what he saw when he opened his compartment door. The passengers were being attacked, but more than just attacked. They were literally being torn to bloody shreds by creatures who could not be human, yet could be nothing else. Desperately, Johnson locked himself into his compartment. He heard the screams outside, fading to be replaced by an eerie silence. Then, as the buzzing of fear quieted in his brain, he could hear a different sound, a grinding, slurping sound. Ugh. And even as Ben Johnson yanked the throttle to full speed ahead, he knew there could be no escape, not for him or anyone else. Creepers. Next, we have Dune Stalker by Gary Brandner. I loved The Howling so I knew I had to get this book. I won it over this one guy. I'm not gonna name his name, but I just won it over him, so that was pretty cool. Let's read what this is about. Brian Kettering was 6 years old the day the horror began. That was the day he ran home alone from a church picnic in the park. The day the streets were strangely, utterly silent. The day he watched his father confront a hideous, precarious demon and die. Now Brian Kettering is a grown-up and a cop, and his life is crumbling. His wife has left him. His son has become a stranger and joined a cult. And his darkest nightmare is coming true. The demon that killed his father has come back from the depths of hell. One by one, it's stalking his friends and family, and Brian knows it's coming to get him. It is unstoppable. Its bloodlust is insatiable. And for the first time since he was 6, Brian is terrified because even as a cop, he can't fight something that isn't human. So that's Dune Stalker by Gray Brainerd. And if you wanted to know what these are all, you got a few Zebra horrors, got Warner Books, Berkeley, all these are different books. Pocket, this one's a Fawcett, so they're all different. I'll tell you what this one is. This one is a Leisure, and it's Evil Stalks the Night by Catherine Meyer Griffith. I bought this, maybe I'd read it for Ladies of Horror Month. It depends on if I can get around to it. The font is really small, and it's not in Times New Roman. That's kind of different. But, yeah. What else to say about this book other than, cool cover with the trees. You probably can't see it because of the glare. But, that's a cool little cover. I like it. And I have heard some things about her writing, so excited to give that a try. Alright, next is Charles L. Grant's Graystone Bay. Pretty cover. I'll read this one, and then I gotta let my dog out of the cage, so let's get this done. Don't worry about the fog. The gray, damp, icy fingers gripping all within to cover a sin, or smother a scream, or shroud a lingering death. You'll love Graystone Bay. Don't miss centuries-old chrome house hiding dark secrets, long buried in the family graveyard. You'll really like Brian, gazing at the stiffness of his new white shirts, folded in a dresser drawer. Their angles so sharp they look as if they could slice through flesh. And you'll just die to find out how the fishermen pay for their prosperity. Come into a town, enjoy your visit, but hurry before the fog rolls in. So that is Charles L. Grant's Graystone Bay, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I got my dog right here, so if she enters the video and knocks over books, I am sorry. She will probably do that. This is her spot is right next to me, and she demands her spot, so we'll get back to this. And this is another Charles Grant book. It's the Black Carousel. Very small book, but with a really cool cover. Let's read what this is about. This is a really small book. It's only like 220 pages, so let's get this out of the way. Not out of the way, it's probably a really good book, sorry. Night. The carnival grounds are empty. Or are they? Laughter and screams float faintly on the wind. Echoes of the day's fairgoers, or cries of the damned rising from hell. At the carnival's core is the Black Carousel, whirling to a special rhythm that is almost a heartbeat. Almost a heartbeat. Its creatures seem alive in a flickering lights as they spin hypnotically past, and those who dare to ride are forever changed. So that is Charles Grant's The Black Carousel. And I apologize for my dogs playing in the background if you can hear it. I just let Lulu out of the kennel. She was a bad girl, and now she's a good girl again. She's been reformed, And now she's playing with James. It looks like she has her Chewish toy. So, yeah, go figure. Alright, next we have a book that I'm actually kind of excited about. And it's bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh, and it has a really cool die cut. I didn't even know it had a die cut. And that's Totem by Aaron M. Ellie. And when I say die cut, it goes open like this, and you get that awesome skull of that Native American. It lurked beneath the tribal burial ground, an ancient evil yearning to unleash unholy terror on an unsuspecting world. That is just an awesome cover, guys. Just take a moment to appreciate that. Alright, let's read the back. The Sleeping Dead. A golden hawk fell from the sky, ushering in a storm of terror as the sleeping dead began to stir beneath the earth. Deaf to the hawk's strangled cry of warning, the workmen continued to uncover the ancient evil that lay within the Indian burial ground, unwittingly unleashing an unholy force of an unsuspecting world. They had angered the Ancient One, and his appetite for revenge could only be satisfied with the souls of those who had awakened him from his eternal rest. Only one woman could stop him, one woman rich in the knowledge of the old ways, one woman prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice at the bloodied base of the totem. So that is the Totem by Aaron M. Ellie. Excited to give her a try. I've heard some good things about her writing. Alright, I'm going to skip these two books and save those for the end. Next we have an amazing copy. It is in like pristine condition, except for a little bit on the cover. But this is Tread Softly by Richard Lehman. Look at how beautiful this is. Spine's not been broken or anything. This is an awesome cover. I won this. I can't believe I won it, and I didn't realize how good condition it is. I think this has already been published under Leisure Fiction. I have it under Leisure Fiction as Dark Mountain. But this is a tour. And let me read the back for you. Richard Lehman is like one of those authors that are hit or miss. I liked The Woods Are Dark. I loved The Traveling Vampire Show, but I did not like Bite. I did not finish Bite, so maybe he had a good ending, but 318 or something pages in, and I could not enjoy it, so let's read Tread Softly. Beware of the hag in her dark mountain lair. Beware of the shadows. Tread softly with care. Speak only in whispers. Don't wander alone. Take heed of the wind's voice. Watch out for the crone. She waits and she wants you. She knows when you are near. Silence won't save you. Tread softly with care. So that's a cool little poem there. And that is Richard Lehman's Tread Softly. I'm so happy to own this book. I will give my friend Dark Mountain, if I'm correct and they're the same book. But I will give my friend Dark Mountains, and I will keep Tread Softly. Next we have a Bentley Little book, and that is The Burning with the train on the cover. I like trains, so you know, something me and Edward Lawrence share. I like trains. So let's read the back. A college freshman finds herself stranded in Arizona with no place to stay and nowhere to run. Cabin fever closes in on an isolated park ranger as two sinister beauties lurk in the desert outside his door. A California divorcee is starting a promising new life, but her young son knows better because he's seen what's creeping outside the window. A cross-country traveler is on a journey of self-discovery, but one tourist trap holds its own dreadful surprises. Four strangers with one thing in common: a mysterious train choking the sky with black smoke, charging trackless across the American night, and carrying an unstoppable evil. raised from the bowels of history that will bring their worst fears to life. So that's The Burning by Bentley Little. That will go with my Bentley Little collection. I gave away some Bentley Little books because I had far too many, and I'm only keeping the ones I find interesting. This is a signet. Add to the ever-growing, Anyways, let's go to the next bag. Like I said, this is a big auction. Alright, next we have a Charles Ingrid's The Marked Man. Oh, this one actually is a two-parter, because this is also Charles Ingrid, The Last Recall. So these are both DAW science fiction. These are two science fiction novels that I think are really cool. I found them, they sounded cool to me. I will not read the backs because I'm looking at the backs now and the synopsises are way too long. So just look up The Marked Man by Charles Ingrid, and then Charles Ingrid, or is it the same? Yeah. And this is number 2, The Marked Man, The Last Recall. So sounds like cool. It kind of looks like maybe a Han Solo type of book. Like maybe he's like a bounty hunter or something. I don't know. But it looks cool. Alright. Next, we have... Oh, this one is in beautiful condition. Now I don't know which one to keep. Donna Reed's Demon Within. Oh man, this is in beautiful condition. Like, the spine hasn't been broken. It's a leisure horror, by the way. I think I've already read to you what Demon Within is about, so I'm not going to waste my time with that one. It's a good book, I hear. I own 2 copies. I might give one to my friend. I don't know yet. This one does have a slight bend in the cover, but that's not a problem because the spine's in perfect condition. This has never been read, I don't think. Let me just really quickly look and see if it's any... Doesn't look like anyone wrote in it, so... Yeah, that's Donna Reed's book. Oh, this one is in beautiful condition. I thought it was going to be bad. I mean, there is a bend in the back, but other than that, it's in really good condition. That's Robert W. Walker's Brainwatch. Now, I've wanted to raid Robert W. Walker ever since I saw Paperback Maniac, or Mania. He reviewed Aftershock by Robert W. Walker, and that made me want to collect all of his horror-themed books. And I own Disembodied by him, and now I own Brainwatch, which is a leisure horror. And let me read the back for you. It's kind of a long one, so sit back and enjoy. Let my voice serenade you. Genius. He is a brilliant neurosurgeon. The boy genius, whose research into the workings of the human brain has gained him worldwide renown. He himself had been the subject at a birth of an incredible medical experiment, one which had succeeded beyond the wildest dreams of the medical profession. Genius, or madman? But now he has overstepped the boundaries of that profession, carrying his own experiments in a manner so bizarre as to be inconceivable of the mind of the average man. His patients are no longer patients, but helpless victims, their brains controlled by his psychic and technological powers. He will sacrifice anyone or anything to his maniac obsession. He has become an agent of death rather than a savior of lives. He must be stopped before it is too late, but how and by whom? That's Brainwatch by Robert W. Walker. Next, we have Jinn by Graham Masterton. You don't see that cover very well, but there's like a reflection on the vase, or vase, or whatever that is. And a jar, maybe. This is a Tor horror. It had traveled from the desert to the turret of an old house on Cape Cod. A beautiful old jar emanating unspeakable evil. Reeves wanted it kept sealed. What was within wanted out, and it was stronger. Released, the Jinn's secret power begins to devastate and quietly. Released, the Jinn's secret power begins to devastate the quiet community, threatening to spread it to engulf everything in its path. I didn't see the comma there. That's when Harry Eskin gets involved. Only he may be able to put the demon back into the bottle. So that's Jinn, or the Jinn, by Grandmaster Tin. Sounds a lot similar. Like it has a lot like it sounds like the Manitou, but maybe it's a different take on it. I don't know. All I know is that I'm excited to read it. Grandmaster Tin blew me away with his first novel that I read, The Manitou, which was like a Lovecraftian, Native American type of story, and I loved it. So that's the Jinn. Alright, next we have a really cool novel, and I did not realize how good condition this book was going to be, but that's Jeff Strand's Pressure. Now, alright, ignore the pun. I was under a lot of pressure to read this book because my friend says how great this book is, and he says it's a coming of age horror, and of two friends who grow up, and one is like a serial killer and the other one's a friend of him, and yeah, the spine hasn't been broken. It's all in great condition. It's an amazing copy. Let me read the back for you. They first met in boarding school. Alex shy and nervous, and Darren constantly scribbling in his journal. They became best friends in college. Alex always knew Darren was a little odd. He didn't know his friend was murderously insane until Darren asked Alex to join him in a blood-soaked fun. They could be a team, hunting and slaughtering human prey. Alex doesn't want any part of it. He's no monster, but Darren is twisted, deadly, and determined, and he won't take no for an answer. And that's Jeff Strand's Pressure. I am so excited to read this. This is going in my coming of age TBR. If you guys have read this book, let me know. I want to know more about this book. I heard it's a coming of age novel, but when I look up online coming of age novels, this one doesn't pop up. So I don't know. Is it? Is it not? I think it is because my friend says it is. So, and I trust my friend. But if you guys have other answers for me, like if you guys say this book is like trash, then let me know. But I've heard only good things about this book, and I cannot wait to give it a read. This is in such good condition too, and the pages are still white. What? Pages are white, guys. It's crazy. All right. Next is a 4-book series, and it will finish this bag off. And that is Road to Science Fiction. And I have all 4. If there's more, then I don't know. But I have number 1, Road to Science Fiction, edited by James Gunn. From Gilgamesh to Wells, it says. And it's just an awesome cover, really. Then the second one, which has an even better cover, From Wells to Heinlein. Such a cool cover. Then this one is, and I love science fiction covers, guys. This one's Heinlein to Here. This one's Here to Forever, which is really cool. Not the coolest, but I would have to say the coolest cover goes to this one right here, number 2. I think number 2 has the coolest cover. That's my science fiction, Road to Science Fiction books. They're in great condition. And they're going right over in my science fiction pile. I got a whole separate little shelf for science fiction stuff. It's not big. I'm just finding... I have to put some more books on the science fiction shelf, but it's not a big shelf right now. But yeah. I'll put them right here. And then last, I have 2 books for you guys. They're very, very special to me. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm currently reading Bad Brains by Kathy Koja. I hate this cover, but I love the book so far. Kathy Koja is an author that I am so excited to start, and what makes this copy so special is it is a ARC. And what an ARC is an advanced reading copy. So this is like sent to people, and basically the author or the publication would read it and decide if they like it or not. It's not the it has like marketing plans on the back. It is a really cool copy. I haven't even shown it to you guys. Bad Brains by Kathy Koja. I am so happy to own this copy. Now I'm missing only 1 or 2 copies now of this book. I really want the first copy, but this is the ARC copy, so this is really cool. She's written a lot of books, but Bad Brains is like her 3rd book, I believe, or her 2nd book, and yeah, it looks like it's all pretty much the same inside. Yeah, the chapter 2 starts on 21, so it's the same, exactly the same. I really don't want to read this because look at the spine, guys. It is not broken. Whereas Bad Brains, this one has been broken. So I'm probably gonna read this one and keep this one as a show off. I'll probably actually use this one for my review. I am so happy, and the funnest thing about this is this was given to me as a gift. Tony Bacon heard about my stomach issues, which I took some medicine and it's helping. So luckily it's nothing like that surgery or anything like that, so I'm very happy about that. But I got this as a gift, and he felt bad for me and he threw this in. I don't like when people feel bad for me, but I do like getting books, so it sounds really narcissistic, doesn't it? I don't mean to sound like that, but this is Bad Brains, the ARC copy, and it looks so cool. I'm so excited to give this a read. I am already reading it. I'm so happy to own this book. I'm so happy, guys. You don't even know. But that's Bad Brains. It was a gifted to me for nothing. And yeah, I will put that on top of that one. Now, next is the big book. The book you guys are probably here for. And oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm holding it. Alright, and I haven't been able to... Oh, it's so cool. Just let me take a second to enjoy this. Oh, it's so cool. I don't mean to gloat, but it was in a bidding war for this book. I fought diligently. I fought really hard and long and tiringly to get this book. And the bidding went all the way up to $50 for this book. And at the last second, the guy tried to put in a bid of $70. He even went to the seller when he realized that his bid was too late and tried to buy it off him for $70. And he didn't win it. I won it, and luckily the seller was honest and was like, the guy won the auction, you didn't win it, so I'm sorry I can't give it to you, even though he was offering $70 for it. I won it. I literally waited to the last minute, then I counted to 30, then I put in my bid for $50, and then I waited another 30 seconds, which felt like forever, to get this. The Cipher by Kathy Koja. Now, I cannot wait to read this book. You might be wondering why it's so special. There's not a lot of these out there. It's very special for me to own it. This is the die cut. I don't know if you can see that. The glare is probably horrible, but oh man, I am so happy to own this book. A Whole of Living Black, A Promise of Revelation, A Journey into the Eyes of Darkness, Kathy Koja. Now let's read what the cipher's about, guys. I have gone into this blindly. All I know is I wanted a Kathy Koja book, and this one is so hard to find. It's harder to find this book than it is to find a good copy of Bad Brains. And it's been taking me forever to find a good copy of Bad Brains. So, a good copy with the original cover. And the hard part about finding Bad Brains by Kathy Koja is that this copy right here has the same ISBN number as the original cover art. So, that's what makes it hard. People are very stingy with telling me what the book is. Like, I keep asking questions like, is this the one with the die cut cover? And they're like, it has the same ISBN, it's the same book, it's the same author. I'm like, okay, I get that, but does it have the die cut? And they never want to answer me. So I'm having trouble trying to buy Bad Brains, a good copy of it, online. But now I own the ARC edition, so that is amazing. I cannot believe I own that. So I'm so happy to own it, but this book is hard to find. It's harder to find than Bad Brains, and I'm so happy to own it. Kathy Koja is an amazing writer. I'm enjoying her book, and she's from Detroit, so that's really cool. I'm from Michigan. I'm not from Detroit, but I'm from Michigan. And oh, by the way, this is the last book in this collection here. Yeah, but this book is hard to find, and I'm so happy to own it. Each book here costs from a range from $10 to $5, some less, some more. A lot of them came in conditions that I didn't expect them to come in. Conditions like that are so good, like Brainwash and Pressure by Jeff Strand and Brainwash by Robert W. Walker. They came in such good condition. The Road to Science Fiction, I didn't see the spines, and the spines aren't broken at all. They're such good condition. And I'm happy to see Splatter Punks in good condition. And yeah, there's Tread Softly was in perfect condition, and so was Totem. So that was really cool. But the Cipher is definitely what I'm most excited about. Let me read the back to you guys. And the coolest part about this book is that the main character's name is Nicholas. So I'm going to connect with him already because we got the same name. So yeah. Nicholas is a would-be poet and a video store clerk with a weeping hole in his hand. Weeping not blood, but a plasma of tears. It wants me, Nakota. It wants me. It began with Nakota and her crooked grin. She had to see the dark hole in the storage room down the hall. She had to make love to Nicholas beside it and stare into the secretive, promising depths. And Nakota began her experiments. First, she put an insect into the hole, then a mouse. Reach in, Nicholas. Reach in. Now, from down the hall, The black hole calls out to Nicholas every day. It's so weird saying my name like that. Day and every night. And he will go to it because it has already seared his flesh, infected his soul, and started him on a journey of obsession through its soothing blank darkness into the blinding core of terror. So that's what the cipher is about. Very excited to give this a read. I am hoping to read this. I said I'd read this as soon as I got it, but oh, this sucker got this book for like $2. That's crazy. And he sold it for $50. That's crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of praise for Kathy Koja, and I understand why. She is an amazing writer. Very artsy with her writing. She's a lot like Clive Barker. She's her own artist or author, don't get me wrong, but she writes a lot like Clive Barker. So I can see the similarities, is what I'm trying to say. So I just want to read a little bit to you guys. Oh, it starts off like right away. Like where it's, starts off with Nakota basically looking into the hand. So the hand, I don't know if it has a hole or a literal mouth, but I'm excited to find out. This is going to go right next to Bad Brains. I'm reading Bad Brains first for Women of Horror or Ladies of Horror month. Then I'm going to read Skins by if I can get it in time. Skins by Wrath James White for Black History Month. I'm also going to do an audiobook for Colson Whitehead's Nickel Boys. So that's 3 books. I usually do 4 books a month, 2 audiobooks, 2 physical copies. So I probably won't get to the cipher until next month, but I'm so excited about it. And yeah, that's what that's what I won in this collection. I'll hold up some books, but yeah, it is crazy what I won. I got some science fiction here, but I got a lot of horror. I'm gonna pick up some of the most special books here. The books I'm most excited about. Let's grab these books right here, so I can do like a little thumb cover or a thumbnail. Not thumb cover. What am I talking about? I gotta reach for you. Alright, so here are the top books that I got and won in this auction. I don't know how many there are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was gonna guess 7. But here are the 7 books I'm most excited about. Yeah. Richard Lehman's Tread Softly. The Hellbound Heart, which is a collection of stories. But it's really, I got it for Clive Barker's The Hellbound Heart. Totem by Aaron M. Ellie. Tread Softly, I already said that, by Richard Lehman. Bad Brains by Kathy Koja. The Arc Edition. The Cipher by Kathy Koja. Jeff Strand's Pressure and Brainwashed by Robert R. Walker. Or W. Walker, I should say. These are not in order for sure. The 2 Kathy Koja books would be number 1. Then Jeff Strand's and Brainwashed by Robert W. Walker, and then so on. So I'm so happy to own these books. I'm definitely gonna put some of these on my shelf. Other ones are gonna have to find a new place for them. I am running out of book space, as you can see. I have to make a better arrangement of books. The problem is some of them are different sizes, and that throws off the whole thing. But I'll find places for these. I'm surprised how good condition this one is, and my friend sent me the same book and I didn't realize it, and I bought this one. So I might be giving a copy to my friend, or I might be getting a box soon, and I might be able to place a book swap box. So I don't know. But this has been my collection. I've gotten a lot of books here. it's kind of overwhelming. This is $175 worth of books. I'm crazy for spending that much. I did have a credit though. I gave Tony Bacon a bunch of books for $65, so I had a $65 credit going into this auction, so that knocked down the price to $110. Still a lot of money to pay for an auction, but yeah, I did really good. I got the books that I wanted, like The Cipher by Kathy Koja. I'm super excited to own this book. There's so many good things about this book. This book is just so entertaining, I bet. The guy has a freaking hole in his hand, and you could put, it's like a portal. And the guy's name's Nicholas. So I'm going to enjoy this book. I know I am. But what I'm very, very excited about is Bad Brains Arc Edition that I got as a gift. This is freaking awesome. It has stuff like what their marketing plans are on the back. So cool. Oh man, I'm so excited. But yeah, these two books are my favorite. One was a gift, one I won for $50. I am holding these upside down. Bad Brains by Kathy Koja and The Cipher by Kathy Koja. I'm so happy to own these. I don't know where to put them. But yeah, those are the books I won. Let me get a quick drink here before I end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my Tony Bacon auction video. Sorry for all this unused space right here. I planned to put books up like that, but I ended up kind of putting them over here, so there's just all this unused space right here, and I apologize. Just want to showcase my bookcase. LOL. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are as happy as with your auction winnings or your books you're reading. Because the books I'm reading currently are amazing. I had a bad spree of books where I gave them up, but I'm hopping back into this book and I'm loving it. Not hopping back into it. I'm always hopping into it because I love it so much. And that is Bad Brains by Kathy Koja. Great book so far. I connect with the character because he has a traumatic brain injury. I have a traumatic brain injury. So I get it, you know. I have tics all the time that I can't control. He has seizures he can't control. So yeah, we have a lot in common. So reading about that guy is really good. But that's besides the point. I hope you guys enjoyed this auction video, or not video, auction video, but this book haul. There we go. And yeah, I hope you have a good day, a spooky night. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.